This is Stryker of Enyo, and you found my series called What's It Like?, where we take a look at a game, give you a first impression, dive into it for about a dozen hours or so. And today's game is Lego Dimensions. So yeah, if you've always been curious, Stryker, hey, what's this game like? Well, it's the name of the series. That's where it came from. But yeah, so I figured I'd let you guys know what it's kind of like, what to expect. How expensive can this game really get? Well, you're about to find out. There's about 3 big hurdles that you're going to need to get through in order to fully enjoy this game, so we're going to get to them. And yeah, price is one of them too. But hey, one of the biggest names in toys decided to join the Skylanders business model. I absolutely wanted this game as soon as it was launched, but Lego Dimensions came with a rather expensive price for its starter pack, $100 US. But hey, before I knew it, I was using Peter Venkman and protoning the crap out of Bart Simpson's butt in no time. And apparently I didn't like Batman either, so he had to go as well. But hey, there's a lot of content. This is a great game. It's got very positive reviews. The story is told in a similar manner as the toys brought to life aspect from the highly regarded Lego the Movie. So if you love the style and humor from the movie, this is going to feel like a faithful extension. And it looks like it's been 2 years since I last saved the game. But yeah, let's get on to those hurdles. So the first hurdle you're going to have to cross is the price. So aside from the starter pack, we'll cover that. What additional costs are you going to incur by buying this game? Well, and sorry for the orientation, I can't switch it around on the Kinect. It just won't let you, so I know it's all backwards. But first off, you got the fun packs. They're $15 US on sale. You can get them for like $11.98, somewhere around that lines. They come with 1 character and 1 gadget or vehicle. The level pack comes with 1 character and 2. Usually it's 1 vehicle and 1 gadget, $30 normally. You can find them on sale for $25 US. Then you got the team packs. Team packs come with 2 characters, and each character is linked to an additional vehicle and or gadget. So you get 4 items in that. That's $25 normally. Normally you can get it for $20. And then you got the starter pack. The starter pack comes with the portal that you see in front of me, and 3 characters and the Batmobile. Ignore the DeLorean, that's from something else. Oh yeah, and that's this is a series. Is it series 2 or season 2? That's the A team. They got a green band, I think, on a lot of their content, but that lets you know. The other ones are yellow, as you can see. That's still $15 US. Like I said, they normally go on sale for $12. On Amazon, all these prices are a little cheaper. Yeah, you're gonna need something to put all the toys in, because you're not gonna want them in the boxes, obviously. Once you build them, you're gonna need to set them somewhere, a shelf or something where your cats can't, chew the crap out of it. All the stuff here you see cost me about $200, and that's including a couple of heavy discounts on some of the stuff you see in the back. Like I got maybe 2 fun packs instead of 15. I got them for like 10. So I think I got like $5 off some of the stuff. But I paid the full 100 for my starter pack. So aside from me mentioning that the level packs have a extra 45-minute mission that you can play that's specific for the character you get in the level pack, if you buy a fun pack like Bart Simpson, you get access to the Simpsons world. Same time with Adventure Time. Adventure Time has a level pack and a fun pack. If you buy the fun pack, the cheaper one, you still get access to the 5-hour worth of content of Adventureland world. You just don't get that extra little level that might take you 45 minutes to beat. Second hurdle is constantly having to move pieces around on the portal. Well, Stryker, you're asking yourself. The second thing should be the fact that I need to have a portal plugged into my console and all the toys I want to play with, waiting next to me, right? And it's like, no, actually the second biggest hurdle is the fact that the game forces you to keep moving the orientation of all those characters around on its 3 lighted up pads. Yeah, I know. What do I mean? Well, like here, Batman needs to have a fire ability so that I can walk through the fire. So he's got to stay in the lower left quadrant because it's marked in red. But now I need to move through those leaves, so he needs to be in the green section of the pad. So in order to activate that, I've got to move this lady out of the center and then move Batman there. So you're constantly forced to move characters around in order to get through these environmental puzzles. So this gets annoying after a while. You have to constantly be taking one hand off your controller and manipulating where the characters are standing. So here I got the one lady, she's colored red. Obviously she must be on the bottom right portion of my board. Here I've got Gandalf colored yellow, so he lights up as yellow in the middle portion. So now I need to have them all in the correct position. So as you can see, Batman is blue and he's in the bottom left. The lady is red, she is in the middle. Gandalf is here, but there's a vehicle there, so I need to remove the vehicle and reconnect Gandalf in order for the game to recognize that they're all in the right positions. This is what you gotta do a lot, and it kinda sucks. Then there's moments in the story mode where enemies will actually grab your character, and the only way to break free is to move the character's location on the portal to a new spot. So yeah, constant environmental puzzles, constantly switching objects around, taking your hand off the controller, moving characters onto specific colored areas. Dear God, this is a lot. It's not necessarily always frequent, but it does come up several times during your play session. And the third hurdle, which is kind of obvious, but you need to have that portal next to you and a bunch of toys. So this kind of goes hand in hand with what I was saying with before, but yeah, you need to have this portal right next to you at all times. So ignore the fact that you also need to constantly be switching things around on the portal, but it still needs to be next to you. And then there's the fact that you might need to do some cleanup as well when you're done. No, I don't mean like that. But see, like, my living space is really small, so if I open up my door, chances are there's a dog or a cat that's going to come inside. So before I know it, Batman's getting chewed on by the dog, and Legolas is getting his ass licked by the cat. So you might need to put all these toys away every time you're done, and you might need to pull everything out and plug it in and make sure you've got everything when you're ready to play for the night. So it's a constant shuffling of physical items.
I got a feeling we're not in Hill Valley anymore. Or are we?
But once you get over those hurdles, you'll notice that it's a pretty fun game, actually. Collecting studs, collecting those gold blocks. You can actually use those in order to upgrade your vehicles and your gadgets. So now there's a reason to gather all those gold blocks. You can upgrade speed, power, swap out weapons, even edit colors. It's all pretty cool. And it is a shame that there are no physical instruction booklets across all play sets for the game. Yeah, that's right. When you buy a toy, you gotta link the toy to your game, and then the game will give you an instruction booklet in order to build it. It still seems kind of backwards, but I guess that's the way they decided to do it. And of course, when it comes to Lego, there's always the inevitable thing that blocks your progress where you need a specific character in order to bypass it. But now there's an info button when you run into those elements. So now the game will actually give you a list of characters, gadgets, and vehicles that will accomplish that goal for you. So it's a little easier to find. And if you've linked the main character that owns that vehicle, it'll show up that you have it in your inventory or that you own the toy. So you can just simply select that and then swap over to it. So they've made it pretty easy, or easier than before. They've added a few features with updates, like the autosave function, which is really nice. Also, there's Hire a Hero, which for a small fee of studs, you can basically buy the ability of another character when you're at a spot that requires it. So it's nice. You don't necessarily need to have that other character nearby. It doesn't work for everything, but it's a nice feature. All right, Doc Brown should be... Hey, knock it off! DeLorean from Back to the Future, stop pumping Batman! Goddamn! And don't forget, once you finish the main story, you get to jump into all the Year 2 toys that are out there. Mission Impossible, Harry Potter, Adventure Time, E.T. E.T. the movie, not the Atari 2600 game. That would probably be a nightmare if you got into that. There's Sonic the Hedgehog World and Gremlins, Goonies, Lego City, the Lego Batman movie, Beetlejuice, Every single one of these toys has their own world that you can explore, and it'll give you around 5 hours of content for each one. There's a Knight Rider one. Who doesn't want to jump into Knight Rider? Fantastic Beasts, that's relatively new. The A-Team, you can actually play as all four of the A-Team once you start playing through that section, and you can switch to them. And then there's Ghostbusters, the 2016 movie, so we'll just skip that one for now. But you can play it. You can play some scenarios straight out of the movie. But yeah, all of this stuff, and it's all put in a world that all the little worlds are actually relatively close to one another. As you can see here, I went through basically everything from year 2. And you still got all the original toys. But yeah, remember, all you need is to get one of the packs. Buy yourself a fun pack, the cheapest one, like this A-Team one. I got one on sale for like $13, $12. Normally they're $15. And then you can jump into the A-Team world. Remember, you don't need to buy the Harry Potter team pack. You can get the Hermione Granger fun pack, which is cheaper, and you can still have access to the world. You just don't get the additional level. Same thing with Adventure Time, you don't feel like you need to buy the level packs or the team packs. Those are the expensive things, but they still give you all access to the same world. And there's story packs. They retail for $50, but you can find them for $30 to $35. So, do I recommend it? Well, playing the game today isn't quite as expensive as it originally was. If you look for deals, the starter pack is $80 now instead of $100. If you don't mind used, you can save yourself another $15 to $20 US. The MSRP on all the packs is still the same. So yeah, the level packs are $30, the team packs are $25, and $15 for the fun packs. But the older packs can be found for cheaper. In fact, if you look on Amazon, you can get around a good 40 to 50% off on a number of these packs. Still in new condition, and you do still need to get around those 3 hurdles I mentioned earlier. So, LEGO Dimensions gives you a unique experience. You'll love buying a new toy pack to a franchise that you love, giving you 5 hours of play in their world. But just remember that it might cost you $10 to $20 in order to do it. If you're okay with that, then you need to deal with having the portal and the toys close to you. Then you'll need to move the characters around to specific sections on the portal during those environmental puzzles. But, like I said, once you get over those 3 hurdles, if you can enjoy the game and you're not too worried about needing to buy a bunch of stuff, it's all pretty cool. But please remember those 3 hurdles I talked about that you have to get over. Price is going to be kind of an issue. If you want more than the starter pack, it's going to start to run you into some money. I've spent about $250 on it so far, and there's still 1 or 2 more packs I really want. Having to switch characters all the time for these environmental puzzles like shrinking and growing particular characters. Oh, I've got the wrong character. Now I need to jump back out, regrow Batman, shrink Gandalf, and go back in there and hit that switch. You're going to get these a number of times in each mission. Not necessarily an obscene amount, but they're going to be there. Oh, and bosses, they tend to like to hold your character. So when they grab him, you need to move him to a different spot on the pad. It's just something you're going to have to deal with. Each mission is probably going to require you to move characters for some kind of puzzle or other thing 5 or 7 times. Just get used to it. All the toys need to be next to you, too. But hey, if this game looks interesting to you, then find a good price on the starter pack. Start with that. You'll get a good story, some funny moments, 3 characters along with 3 hub worlds, the Batmobile. You can explore everything. You'll have a solid 30 to 40 hours of playtime if you just fully explore what's in the box of the starter pack. Then, if you see a good price on a particular pack, like if it's based on a property you like, such as the A-Team, the Goonies, Knight Rider, go ahead and get it and see how much content you'll get from it. The world should give you about 5 hours of content. After some time with it, you might not like having to spend $20 to $30 for new level packs and characters. It's unrealistic to expect one person to buy everything, so just focus on buying one new character from a world you don't have access to. Explore everything you can, on what you've paid for first, and then only spend more money on what more content you want to get. LEGO Dimensions is a real fun game, and if you can get past those 3 hurdles I mentioned earlier, then you'll have a great experience and a lot of different content to explore. Hey, this has been Stryker of Enyo. Check out some of my other stuff. Stay beautiful.